Truth Unveiled here, keeping you updated to the world around you. And today, I want to turn your attention to what's been going on in Phoenix, Arizona, and the prayer meeting that's supposed to take place. Now, it's not just any prayer meeting, as you can see from the title here at theblaze.com. What a fitting website for this. It says Phoenix City Council to allow local Satanists to deliver meetings opening prayer. Do you think this is a coincidence, especially when it's occurring and taking place in the city of Phoenix? And we will see just how important and symbolic this really is. I'm going to go into the report in detail. A satanic group will deliver the opening prayer at a February 12th meeting of the Phoenix City Council in a controversial move that has sparked debates about religious freedom. Michelle Short and Stu DeHaan, members of the local Satanic temple in Phoenix, have been tasked to administer the invocation at the upcoming meeting following their group's request that it be allowed to take part in the city council meetings, according to Arizona Republic. The council's decision to allow them to publicly pray before the proceedings generated immediate backlash from several council members. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up too is because just last month alone, there was the first satanic delivery that was conducted in Detroit, Michigan, and I'll leave a link for the video that I did on that as well. But as you can see, things are getting bad to worse, and it keeps going. And this is, well, it's definitely going to be making a mockery of everything. They want to mock the city of Phoenix, the taxpayers, and the people who want to take this stuff seriously. And of course, people say it's a dumb idea. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because there is an agenda here, and I'm going to show you just what that agenda is, because I think you really need to see and how this is no coincidence at all in the representation of this agenda and really this Illuminati satanic ritual. So now I'm here at RT.com, and they give a lot of great information. And it says Satanists to deliver prayer at Phoenix City Council meeting. Now, this picture right here is showing you in December, Detroit Satanic Temple that held a ceremony at the Michigan Capitol and was so-called the first gathering or ceremony ever held for a satanic temple just last month. And what's also interesting about this that was held last month is that it was just on the convergence of the full moon Christmas. It was just 6 days before the full moon Christmas, actually, 3 days before the winter solstice, which of course gives homage to sun worship, and then 3 days later, the so-called Christmas, which is what? The birthing of the sun. Sun worship. So it's no surprise and it's no coincidence that this is happening in such a time frame that it's happening. And the report goes on to read, Arizona's capital city, Phoenix, is known for being hot as hell, as we can see here, with temperatures reaching 122 degrees Fahrenheit or 50 degrees Celsius. But some residents are hot under the collar because the Satanic Temple will deliver an invocation at a city council meeting next month. The decision came under fire after the city said it cannot dictate religious viewpoints, and then it goes on to say about, to really give some more bad puns, but I want you to see and pay attention to the city Phoenix and why this is going on in Phoenix and what this has to do with the Satanic New World Order. Now, there is a lot to be associated with the Phoenix. For one, the Phoenix represents rising out of the ashes, and you can actually see that on your dollar bill. It represents the birthing of a new world order, and in order to birth a new world order, you must first cause chaos and destruction of the old world in order to build ashes and rise out of the ashes. This goes all the way back to Egyptian mythology. It goes back to the Eye of Horus. It goes back to the all-seeing eye and the Egyptian pyramid, which, by the way, all of this is found on your dollar bill. And like I said earlier, it's interesting how all of this is happening 239 years after the Illuminati was founded as an organization, as well as after so-called America was founded as a so-called nation. It's interesting how everything is converging right about now. But what other instance can we think, or what other event can we think of that happened in Phoenix? Oh yeah, the Phoenix Super Bowl halftime show just last year featuring Katy Perry. And look, she just so happens to be riding a beast, the woman on the beast. Where else have I seen that? Oh yeah, the Book of Revelation. Fire, she's representing a phoenix in the city of Phoenix. Are you starting to see the parallels here? Are you starting to see just what time it is and what's going on? It's not a coincidence that they're going to be giving this ceremony or council in Phoenix, this prayer meeting to Satan openly in Phoenix. It's no surprise that they delivered the satanic speech in Detroit for the first time, and it's no surprise that the Baphomet statue has been placed in Michigan as well. And it's also no surprise that they got rid of the Ten Commandments in Oklahoma and replaced it with the Georgia Guidestones, which talks all about what? Depopulation. Depopulating the plain down to 500 million. That's a lot of people. That's not many people. So as you can see, the halftime show, Katy Perry, all dressed up just like the women on the beast. And then here you see what? You see a falling star. A star. Who does that remind us of? Lucifer. The sun, that is who that reminds us of, the sun god. And of course, we have Pepsi as well, who sponsored the show, just like they sponsored the propaganda for Black Knight Decoded. If you have not watched that video, I highly recommend you do, and I can leave a link below. That is if I remember. But I want to share with that with you because it's all propaganda for what? The so-called alien disclosure. Satan is about to arrive on the scene. He is already here. We see that with the show Lucifer. We also see that all over mainstream media. He is even here. He's at the door. And Childhood's End, I don't know if you saw that, but that TV show or series on sci-fi, it even showed Satan coming down holding a child, just like the Baphomet statue with children looking up at him. People, the time is now. Destruction is even at the door. Judgment is at the door. So then we continue with the halftime show and Katie dancing with sharks. Of course, we just know just how wicked and all of this really is. And then she performed the song Dark Horse, like the Four Horsemen. Oh, yeah. And then we also see here the black and white Masonic symbolism, Illuminati rituals, the horsemen. We see all of this taking place, duality, good and evil, knowledge and sin. Do you see what's happening? All the lights, the woman on the beast. Satan is literally showing us biblical prophecy is literally being fulfilled in our eyes. But are you paying attention? And like I said, it's no coincidence that Phoenix is the town that this is so-called prayer meeting is happening in. So I wanted to bring this all to your attention because I think you need to see what's going on and see the alarm bells because like I said, Phoenix is a very, very symbolic symbol and a symbolic place. It represents what? The new world order, the agenda to do what? To rise out of the ashes. So it's no surprise that this is taking place just in a few days from now. I wanted to bring this to your attention. Hopefully you will awake to truth and hopefully you will see the agenda that's going on. Like I said, Satan is working overtime, but do not be surprised. All of this ties into that mystery of iniquity, Babylonian religion system. And this is just no different. This is just another satanic agenda, Illuminati ritual that is taking place before our eyes. Because as I've said before, the capping of the New World Order is basically complete. It has been 239 years now. And like I said, this past Christmas full moon was in fact symbolic. We are in a trying time now, so now is the time to seek Yahuwah, seek his son Yahusha, that all may be well with you. Because as you can see, destruction is even at the door, judgment is even at the door. So just thought I'd update you all. Truth unveiled. Shalom.